Alright, to prevent ourselves from having to speak to all these NPCs on a fresh day, like if we were to record tomorrow, I'd rather be able to just get straight to the Moon Temple. So let's just knock this out. Let's end off with all of this. Let's end off speaking to all the NPCs, and I mean all of them. We got to speak to everyone in the Merkaba. We got to head to Armorica Village, Mainz, and then St. Ursula. And that'll be all of it. That's a lot of dialogue we got to get through. Hopefully my voice can last for this last, part. We got Tio at the table this time. Both the Moon Temple and Stargazer's Tower were once under the supervision of the Crossbow Guardian Force. If we had just learned the truth about the bells earlier, maybe we could have avoided the current situation altogether. Still, dwelling on it won't do us any good. We have a lot of battles ahead, so I'll keep my head up and face forward. Seeing as we no longer need to locate any additional landing spots, I have passed my duties on board to Iona for now. As for our next mission, we will be facing off against Ouroboros. There is no way for us to predict what tactics they may employ. With that in mind, I must ensure that my orbital staff and I are in perfect condition at all times. In terms of overall strength, the Red Constellation's probably tougher than the Society. What are you talking about? But the guys at Ouroboros have their archaisms, not to mention that insane Lance Master. Yes, but who's to say that's all they really got? I'm not sure why you think the Red Constellation can hang with the Society. But even though I talk shit about, people like Campanella and stuff, he's in the Society for a reason. He probably can fight. He probably can fight. I don't know how good he is. But he's a jokester too, so you wouldn't, even if you fight him, you wouldn't know if he's actually serious or not. Could be holding back. Could be strong as hell. You just don't know with them. It's going to take a lot more than raw power alone to crack those nut jobs. Don't go soft on them for even a second, Lloyd. You got that? The Merkaba Unit 5 has been keeping in touch with us from the outside state since the declaration of invalidity. Father Kevin and his crew are busy preparing to assist us with the liberation of Crossbow City. For that to make a difference, we first need to do something about that white ion in the barrier around the city. So the great bells scattered about Crossbow exist to create localized fields of space that amplify the powers of the Septeria. In light of what the present situation has already shown us, I believe we can trust York's findings. But to think that the children of men were capable of creating such things, not to mention the cradle of the cult. The deluded obsessions of the Croix family truly knows no bounds. Ouroboros and the Grosford have faced off time and again throughout unrecorded history. You could almost say we're bound by fate. That said, despite how much our order has looked into the society, We know shockingly little about the fool or the still maiden. No countermeasures, no glaring weak points. As things stand, we'll have to fight the both of them blind. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. We might as well jump in head first and see who comes out on top. I never thought someone from the society would supply us with valuable information the way York Rosenberg has. As a member of the Grossritter, I'm hesitant to take his word at face value, but it didn't seem like he was lying to us. It just goes to show that they've got people of all stripes and sorts over in Ouroboros. Speaker McDowell? Now, pardon me, Lloyd. I was lost in thought. Flaring the independent state of Crossbell and Valley has broken us out of this deadlock. But was it truly the right thing to do? I fear there is no correct answer. Even so, I've always believed that the act of seeking it is vital in and of itself. That is my duty as Speaker of the Diet, and above all as a true Crossbeller. We'll never forget what you've done for us, Speaker McDowell. Note that once this is all over, the SSS will lend you whatever help we can in return. You have my thanks in advance. I'll surely need the support when the time comes. I'm afraid there's little else I could do to be of use at this stage. With the declaration of invalidity delivered, I will now continue to reflect on how to handle its lasting repercussions on Crossbell's future. That is my duty as Speaker of the Diet, and above all as a true Crossbeller. Grandfather's declaration of invalidity has had the major repercussions all over the map. Now that the CDF is withdrawn, civil unrest might start bubbling up to the surface. It might be a good idea to check how things have changed around the state on our way to stop the two bells. Risha out here by herself? A steel maiden. She was the one who shattered Yin's mask. Perhaps it would be only fair that I return the favor. I'm not sure how I'd fare against such an overwhelming opponent, to be honest. But I will not yield. I have my own mission that I have to accomplish, no matter what. Ooh, she said she wants to return the favor. She wants to crack her mask. That happens, that'll be quite the sight. I don't know if you could do that, Risha. The Society of Ouroboros. I heard they were the ones behind those bizarre happenings in Liberal last year. They haven't been making their presence felt very much in Crossbell, but they do have two key locations fully guarded. Makes you wonder what their ultimate goal in all of this is. Whatever it is part of their test, or their plan. Because you know, they're testing stuff. Those snakes are quoted in mystery after mystery. I wonder what their ultimate goal in all of this is. Hacking the orbital net went a lot smoother than I thought it would. They totally blocked off access from their signal boosters though, so there's no chance we're gonna be able to use it again. Doesn't matter though, scaring the crap out of those chumps in Orcus Tower was more than worth it. Now hurry up and take back the city already. I've got me a base to reclaim. You're up against some real powerhouses, but don't sweat it. You guys have got this in the bag. You'll be able to infiltrate the city once we do something about the barrier and that white ion. I'm sure Speaker McDowell's declaration reached Chief Sergey and others too. They're probably already on the move. This is the final push, Lloyd. You guys go kick some butt out there. Yo, I feel powered up with Fran. Fran by my side, I'm powered up. Our first destination in the Moon Temple, ruining the Mainz region dating back to the Middle Ages. Meister Yorg asserts that one of the society's enforcers, Campanella the Fool, will be awaiting you there. He doesn't typically dirty his hands like this, so even the church's records on him are incomplete. You face an enigmatic foe. There's no telling what he might have in store. Be ready for anything. Is it true that Crossbell's independence is invalid now? Some Defense Force people were here to search for resistance, but they bolted out in a hurry. Serves them right, justice always prevails. There hasn't been any military action here since the Jaegers went hunting for the resistance. I'm worried about how they'll react to the declaration of invalidity, though. I hope the resistance is being careful right now. With the president's reputation in flux, the Defense Force has chosen to stand down and see how things play out. From what I gather, Murray and the Resistance are making preparations to liberate Crossbell City. I can only pray to Adios that their mission is a success. Murray from the Resistance is visiting the inn. He said they would be commencing more operations soon. I do hope they're taking the opportunity to rest. They certainly deserve it. Okay, our girl Marie is here. The resistant guys have a bunch of wolves helping them out. They must be really smart. I'm glad they're on our side. The declaration of invalidity essentially nullified President Kreis's credibility. This could very well be a turning point in Crossbellan history. No, it's definitely a turning point in history. All of this that took place is gonna go down in history big time. When's the mine gonna reopen? Logi is depressed. The mine's closed, so I'm helping around town with whatever physical labor I can offer. Doesn't make a difference though. Nothing's as satisfying as mining. The resistant forces are gearing up for something, but what exactly I can't say. I'm not sure I could bear to see the guardsmen get injured like they were during the occupation. I hope they make it through this alright. She's always so sweet. You guys know I love her. I'm over here running into the wall. I was looking down at my phone for a second. Got a message. Our girl Luca. That resistance leader is a real fighter, huh? She was the first to challenge the new regiment. None of the men can claim that. The rest of us ladies could learn a lot from her, I bet. Luca looks up to Marie. Miss Marie is here on a supply run for the resistance. He tells me you kids have a big operation coming up soon. Everyone here is rooting for you too. Best of luck. Why, thank you, ma'am. Randy, Special Support Section. Just the people I wanted to see. With the Declaration of Independence invalidated, the Defense Force can no longer act with impunity. Now if we could just do something about the barriers surrounding the city. Disabling it would be our only real chance of liberating the citizens. We're on the job, Second Lieutenant. It'll get done, one way or another. But just a heads up, the Constellation's probably already geared up for that to happen. If we aren't careful, they could start hunting the resistance before we even get this operation off the ground. In other words, the sooner we act, the better. Agreed. I'll ensure my men are fully prepared to launch the operation on our end. With the Wolves' help, we'll be able to put up a better fight against the Red Constellation. In the meantime, we're counting on the SSS to shut the barrier down. Don't worry, we'll pop that bubble. Just be careful on your end, Murray. Same to you, Randy. Oh, these two. Dr. Kimmy. It's been a while since we had Sunday school. I hope our teacher is okay. Oh. I don't have much schooling, but this declaration of invalidity business is a bit over my head. All I want is for this world to become a place where Kimmy and the rest of the kiddos can live in peace. Wish I didn't have to rely on folks like the Resistance to make it happen. But what can an old has-been miner like me do about it? We want to help as much as we can, but there isn't much we can do for Miss Murray and her Resistance. In the end, all we miners are good for is digging up holes. Luca kicked us out of the inn. He said it was so the leader of the Resistance could get some rest. Oh well, we'll live. You know, this is the longest I've ever gone without mining. I never thought I'd miss it as much as I do. Something big is happening over in the city right now. We miners can't afford to go like this. I'm going to need to have a talk with Mayor Bixson. Alec walked right up to one of those wolves and pet it without a second thought. What am I going to do with that child? I know they're smart animals, not to mention they're cooperating with the Resistance, but I do wish he'd be a little careful. Eric's been working harder than ever since the Declaration of Invalidity. In all my years as chief, I've never experienced a situation like the one we find ourselves in now. Every member of this village needs to come together if we're going to pull through this. The Declaration of Invalidity has called President Croiss's authority into question. I can already picture how much discord there is among the city residents right now. Yeah, I honestly wish we could see what was going on over there. Yeah, our boy Colin. Playing with everyone is so fun. I've made so many friends here. Maybe I can bring Sunetta with us next time too. Oh. Camille only wanted to play with Colin, so I was getting really bored. Oh, my baby Polly. But Mom says I'm like a big sister to Colin, so I've got to be more patient. I've always wanted to be a big sister. Oh. So Camille can play with Colin all he wants. I'll be patient because I'm the grown-up one. Colin can be a little careless. He wandered onto the highway earlier because he thought those blue plants were pretty. What? He wandered onto the highway earlier. Harold, Sophia, please watch your children. Watch your children, please. Like, your kids go through so much shit. We'll have to keep a closer eye on him. Come on, Colin, we're gonna play Kick the Can today. Kick the can? What's that mean? What? You don't know Kick the Can? Ah, jeez. Guess we'll just have to teach you. Let's see, it's kind of like hide and seek, except... So while whoever's it is out searching, you gotta take this cannon. Oh, I know. You crush it and toss it in the trash, right? No. Can you just let me finish? Oh, now you're watching. Now you're watching the kid. Sid, Sophia, and Colin tells me that Harold's built himself quite the family. I imagine if Jake became a family man like that too someday. Maybe I should focus on finding my grandson a wife once I retire. If Jake had a wife, he'd probably be more motivated than ever, both at work and at home. I'm getting a chill down my spine. What is Gramps scheming this time? He should be more concerned about the low harvest than my personal life. We did speak to... Did we? We haven't been able to deliver the city ever since the barrier went up. There must have been plenty of city slickers in need of some fresh veggies right now. City slickers, huh? These city slickers. I've heard that quite a bit because I am a southerner from the south. It's mighty painful to know there's nothing us farmers can do for them. I'm hoping this declaration of invalidity mean we'll get our business going again.
Our kids are playing with Colin again today. That reminds me I should treat Mr. Hayworth and his family to dinner sometime for all the help they've given us. Though I sure do hope Colin doesn't mind my cooking, knowing how talented a chef Sophia is.
That's true, Sophia is a chef. I really bet she's like that good. Our village is largely separated from the crossbelt in politics, so the declaration of invalidity doesn't change much here. That said, many villagers are still worried about how quickly things are changing. I'll have to visit them door to door and give them some reassurance.
Oh, Colin, I hope he'll be alright. He's going to be fine, Sophia. I know how you feel. I was afraid of letting my scrawny little Stefan play unsupervised at first too. But sometimes you have to let them leave the nest and get in a little trouble. It builds character.
It builds character until one of your children end up dead. And then that character goes out of the window and you looking like a fool. Next thing you know, you're crying at a funeral that you shouldn't have never had to attend in the first place. Sometimes some kids, you still gotta watch them. And especially these, look at them. Like, how old are they? Like, Tio already looks small. And she's what, 14? Like, what are they? 8? Like, bro, come on now. 7? I don't know. Because Colin, sometimes, I don't know if there's something wrong with him or not, but he seems really young. Like, he doesn't even seem like an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old. He seems so young. Like he doesn't understand a lot of stuff, or he just, I don't know. Maybe he's just that, I don't want to say idiotic, but I don't know.
Maybe you're right. Colin won't enjoy himself very much if I'm too overprotective. Perhaps I really should try to be less overprotective of Colin. Just look at how much fun he's having with other children. Sophia certainly does dote on that boy. It's alright though, sometimes kids have to get in trouble to grow a little.
Not the kind of trouble that involves a child going onto the damn highway in a situation like this where crazy ass monsters are lurking. Not that kind of trouble. You're supposed to be getting into basic trouble that most children get into. That doesn't involve something life-threatening.
Just between you and me, Seely didn't inherit Gofin's culinary ability, if you know what I mean. I was scared stiff when she served up an omelet rice that looked like it had crawled out of Gehenna. Not that it stopped me from eating it or anything. I could never turn Seely down.
Okay, Simp 101. And get the notebook out. Take lessons if this is what you want to be like. I'd advise not to.
But no matter how bad she messes up, I'll eat it, and dang it, I'll like it too.
Heath, get some help, seriously. It's not a good look. Not only are you embarrassing yourself, but even though this has nothing to do with me, it's embarrassing me. Do better. For not just you, but for me too.
Sophia is such a great cook. Maybe she would be willing to give me some lessons while she's staying here. Before you know it, I'll be able to whip up an even meaner omelet rice than my dad.
Yeah, good luck with that. Your dad's probably been doing this before you were born. It'll take a lot more than that. Word of the Declaration of Invalidity has reached the village. Our opinions of the president weren't too high to begin with, but I bet the city folk are starting to sing the same tune now. Wish I knew what was going to happen next, but I think we're stuck waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm right there with you. I wish I knew. Life is hardly worth living. What with the highway restrictions keeping me from the library. At least Speaker McDowell is finally doing something about all of it. Things are bound to improve now, right? Maybe that barrier will come down too. Maybe the barrier around the city will come down soon, the way things are heading. I just want life to go back to normal already so I can visit the library the way I used to. Harold. Oh, the SSS. Thank goodness you're still okay. When I heard about Speaker McDowell's declaration of invalidity, I wasn't sure what to think. Did you all have a hand in it?
Quite a few, as a matter of fact.
How have things been in Armorica? Any significant changes? Not for the moment, no. I was in talks with the CDF when we received the news, though. They were quite out of sorts about it.
I suppose it's no surprise that the village itself wasn't very affected by it either way.
Yeah, if I had to guess, the cities where things are really hitting the fan. Indeed, it has me worried for my neighbors back home. My friends and associates at St. Ursula and Mainz are a point of concern as well. If only it were possible to travel. Unfortunately, the declaration was only a small step in the right direction. There's still a lot of work to be done. Stay safe in the meantime, Mr. Hayworth. I will. Good luck to you all.
Eric has been checking in on us every now and then to make sure we're all okay. In times like these, even just seeing a friendly face can help put you at ease. We're fortunate that he's always been the thoughtful type.
Nice to see the change from Derek. I mean, had some great character development.
Our independence was declared invalid, right? Honestly, I think it's for the best. I miss the days when I could drive to my heart's content. This whole independence business is too complicated for a guy like me anyway. I just want things to go back to normal. If Crossbell being independent means I don't get to drive whenever I want to, then I'd rather go back to the way things were. Hopefully that won't be too far off now that our independence has been declared invalid.
It seems that the defense force has been utter chaos since the speaker declared our independence invalid. They're still escorting ambulances, thankfully, but there's plenty else to be concerned about too. Unfortunately, there's still a lot to worry about. We'd be in a lot of trouble if they stopped escorting ambulances here. It would be absolutely fucked up.
My apologies, but I'll stay here while you're inside the hospital.
We understand. See you soon. Ada.
My heart goes out to our patients who have family trapped in the city. They're not in a position to communicate with their loved ones. I wish there was more we could do. You know, there has to be something. It still falls on our shoulders to make their stay here as comfortable as possible. We'll do all that we can to make their stay here as comfortable as possible. Anything to ease their worries. The superintendent said we're all in charge of delivering Lady Ilya her hospital food today. Oh, this is so much pressure. What am I supposed to say when I meet her?
Calm down, Portia. Don't forget we have to deliver meals to all of the other patients too. What if you freak out so much that you spill someone's food, or worse, Lady Ilya's? Now keep it together.
So Speaker McDowell has declared the state independence invalid, has he? I wonder what's going to happen now.
Same here. It makes me worry how things are going at my old apartment building in the downtown district. Doesn't sound like they're going to let us request an escort back to the city anytime soon either.
Well, there's not much we can do about it. Let's just focus on the work at the hospital for now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, we're not even in a position to go back into the city right now. I still hope the situation improves though. That would help put my mind at ease.
The stress is starting to get to our guests here too. I can hardly blame them. If only they had a way to return to Crossbell City.
Our girl Moroni.
The doctors and residents are looking more and more despondent every time they trudge in and out of their rooms. There's no way to commute here from the city now, so they're probably worried about their regular patients. And who could blame them?
No Cerrone, huh? Tough situation to be in here, but man, things had to happen. Lan, we finally remembered your name.
The outpatients that were stranded here had just about reached their breaking points. But hearing what happened in the city has helped restore some hope to them. No one knows what will happen next, but I truly do hope they'll be able to return home. I heard a rumor that their declaration of invalidity caused an uproar in a part of the city. Apparently the defense force was quick to stop it, but I worry if anyone was injured in the process. What if they're in need of medical attention?
We've been completely cut off from the city, and I don't just mean the highways. We can't even make contact through the orbital network.
These new information restrictions must be in response to Speaker McDowell's declaration of invalidity. This is terrible. As it stands, there'll be no way to notify us in case of an emergency. I just hope everyone in the city is alright.
I heard the internal medicine, neurology, and the pharmacology departments have devised a way to try and cover for our supply shortage. A surgeon like me has nothing to do right now, so instead I'm lending Ursula and ţ霖a hand with whatever they need. Hopefully this will hasten preparations. We need to be ready to operate again at a moment's notice.
I'm double checking our old medical devices in case the new supply turns out to be defective. But, I'm so sleepy it's hard to stay focused. Still outdated as this equipment may be, it's surprisingly well done. Most of them are primitive and unwieldy, but they're nice and cool to the touch. Almost makes me want to take a nap on them.
And she said it feels like a pillow almost. You know that cool side of the pillow? That's next level. Imagine a pillow that always stayed cool. Yo, write that down right now. Your bus make one of those. This equipment doesn't seem to be very efficient, but it should work well enough in a pinch. There were a lot of these checks, so it took us all night to get through them. Not that I haven't gotten used to working on nighters at this point. We worked through the whole night checking our equipment, so Chief Ursula is drop dead exhausted. I mean, that woman is always exhausted. She might literally be the female version of me. Like I deal with insomnia, I'm always super tired. You'd think I'd be able to sleep because I'm super tired, but since I have insomnia, it makes it worse, so I can't actually sleep. It's bad. If you don't have insomnia, I pray that you never get it. Not that I haven't gotten used to working on nighters at this point. Is this Light and Gwen?
At the doctor's request, I gathered all the herbs and we stored in the research ward. What doctors are doing is unorthodox, but times are tough. We can't just sit on our hands and do nothing while patients need us. It's not exactly scientific, but the remedies in those old wives' tales could serve as useful references for potent medications. I think I have a textbook on them back in my dorm room. I'll go look for it later.
While working on our supply problem, I hit the books with Dr. Seelan and came across some riveting discoveries. It should be possible to concoct anesthetics and pharmaceuticals by using the medicinal herbs that grow in the state. We've been short of medical supplies since diplomatic ties were cut with Remiferia, but now hope just might be on the horizon. According to Dr. Seelan, my research, it should be possible to use cross-belling herbs to synthesize pharmaceuticals. The hospital obviously has a lot going on right now. I can't do much, but I'm with the doctors in spirit at least. It's the kind of loyalty I have at St. Ursula. This place has done so much for me, my body, mind, and soul.
Excuse me, doctor. I overheard someone say that the hospital is running out of medicine. Are we going to be alright?
It's true, our supplies are dwindling, but rest assured that we are working on alternatives. The staff we have here at St. Ursula Hospital are the best on the continent. We'll make it through this shortage.
Well, if the doctor says it's fine, then I suppose it's fine. I'm not the one with the medical license here after all.
Ain't getting there. Is Philly or Martha?
Between the patients already staying here and the ones who just ended up stuck, I've got about as much work as I can handle. With everything going on in this city, it'll probably be a while before that changes. I'm heading over to speak with our visitors at Lee Lecter. I'll be leaving the patients here in your care for the time being, Philia. I'd appreciate it if you could explain the situation to them. Yes, ma'am.
Cecily, what are you doing? Yo, look who it is. Mayfa and Cerrone.
What's going on, Mayfa? I'm scared. I don't know, but something must have happened in the city.
Isn't her... Cerrone is the one with the brother, right? That's always in the department store?
Now's not the time to be worrying, though. We have people who need us. As long as we play our part, I'm sure it'll all be okay. Right. Something must have happened in the city, and whatever it is big. But what's important now is that we do everything in our power to help people. Baggio, Mom, and Dad are all still stuck in the city. I hope they're alright.
Yeah, that was his name, Baggio. That's her brother. I think she told him to, maybe be, like not a nurse, but work at the hospital.
Oh, Lloyd, you're all here. Well, isn't it this a lovely surprise? The SSS is back together again.
No.
Yeah, and not a moment too soon. We'd have never been able to make it happen without your support. I'm sorry to have worried you, Cecily. Oh, now, Ellie, there's nothing to apologize for. No doubt you and the others have been through a lot. And on that note, there's something I can't help but notice. From what I can tell, the SSS seems more tightly knit than ever before.
Hey, we can only get closer with time, right? We've done it all by now.
Yes, it truly puts into perspective just how far we've come this year. I know your toughest fights are still ahead of you, but if anyone can get to the bottom of this string of incidents, it's the SSS. Good luck, everyone. I'll be rooting for you.
We won't let you down, Cecily. It sucks because Cecily's family, Lloyd's family too, their family is in the city. Uncle Miles, Auntie Late. Like she probably, she's gotta be somewhat worried about her, mom and dad. She's all about the patients too. He's pretty strong.
I'll be cheering all of you on from here, so go out there and give it everything you've got, okay?
I love Cecily. Cecili's one of my favorite characters in this whole arc. Guess what is going to become of our little cross bell? Only the goddess knows. All I can do is pray she puts us on the path to salvation.
I got rushed into the hospital over a compound fracture. On one hand, I'm glad it's starting to heal, but on the other, I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to get back to the city. I brought a book with me to pass the time, but I'm already through with it. No sense in reading the same story over and over, right? Why don't you take it as a little present? You received the Sunshine on Yes, Chapter 13. Every single one of the Defense Force soldiers that were posted here has up and left the hospital. I wonder what's that's all about.
So McDowell went and declared the whole kid and caboodle invalid, eh? I bet Sergey and the others in the city are making the move now. They wouldn't let an opportunity like this pass them by. I wish I could join them, but there's not much I can do in this state. I have to lead the heavy lifting in USSS. My money says that Sergey and the others are in the city making their move now.
Now what would be about the time to put in a request for whatever supplies we're running low on? The problem is, there hasn't been a trace of the CDF since the Declaration of Invalidity. This isn't good. How are you supposed to negotiate for goods at this rate? The Defense Force tucked their tails and ran, which leaves us in the lurch. Hey, little guy. Word in the hospitals that the city's in disarray again. I heard there was a shocking expose on who was actually responsible for the raid. Though it seems they managed to suppress it before the details could really get around.
I'm sorry, Ilya.
Ilya wouldn't be here if not for the president's schemes. He has every right to be upset. Well, not that the truth of what happened matters to me anymore. I care far more about what my next rehab session is. I'm itching to get out of this bed and move my body around. It's the only way I'm going to make the stage mine again.
For a second there, I thought we were going to see a whole new side of you.
Ilya will always be Ilya. I'm going to keep up my rehab until the stage is mine again. I've got no time to be dwelling on anything else. My next session can't come soon enough. My body's itching for some exercise.
Oh, Shizuku. Alright, well, with that being said, we've done everything that we needed to do. We spoke to everyone, so we are going to end this part off. Let's board the Merkaba before we end off. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed these parts. I don't know when they'll get up, because it is very late. So the parts could be up a lot later than I normally try to upload, which I think that'll probably be an ongoing thing for the foreseeable future. But just know, even if the upload isn't out like early in the morning, well, it's usually early in the morning for me. I don't know what time it is for you guys. Everybody's, in a different area. Who knows? But for me, I usually try to upload very early, like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. But recently it's been a lot later than that, so it could be 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1. But just know, it'll be uploaded. So I will see you next time for more Trails to Azure. Take care.